Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today I need to share a story that's incredibly heavy, a story that needs to be heard. It's about a man named Josh, a father whose life was turned upside down by a system he was told to trust. This isn't just a story. It's a plea for help, for justice, and for a family that has been torn apart. It all started with an unimaginable tragedy. His daughter presented with blood on the brain and dried blood. As any parent would be, Josh was devastated. But his nightmare was just beginning. The police started investigating, and somehow their focus landed squarely on him. They began treating what they called what might have happened as if it were a signed confession. Josh was in shock. He was innocent, and he naively believed that the truth would protect him. He never imagined things would escalate this far. His primary concern wasn't even for himself, but that his baby might never get the justice they deserved. That thought alone was enough to break him. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Josh did what anyone would do. He hired a lawyer, one of the best he could find. For a moment, there was a glimmer of hope. But then, a complication arose. His attorney got a promotion and had to pass the case to a trusted colleague. This new lawyer soon came to Josh with what he presented as a lifeline, a plea deal. He explained that he and the prosecutor had worked something out. The deal was this: if Josh pleaded guilty, he would serve only 15 to 17 months in county lockup. And most importantly, he would not lose the parental rights to his other children. Now you have to understand, Josh isn't just an average dad. His kids are his entire world. He loves them more than life itself. The thought of losing them was his absolute breaking point. The system used his greatest love as its greatest weapon against him. There's another critical piece to this puzzle. Josh has a legally documented history of mental illness. When you're in that state, vulnerable and scared, you're taught to put your faith in the professionals, especially your lawyer. You trust them with your life. So when his lawyer told him this was his best option, he believed him. I remember the phone call like it was yesterday. Josh called me, his voice heavy, and said he was going to take the plea. He was convinced it was the only way to protect his family. He walked into that courtroom, stood before the judge, and prepared to plead guilty. The judge asked a standard but crucial question. Are you being coerced or promised anything to make this plea? Josh looked over at his lawyer for guidance. So following his lawyer's advice, Josh replied, "No, Your Honor." He should have said, "Yes, I was promised a sentence of 15 to 17 months and that I wouldn't lose my kids." But he trusted his counsel, looked at his lawyer, who then nodded in approval, and the moment passed. When the day for sentencing arrived, the judge revoked Josh's bond and placed him directly into custody. But the sentencing itself was delayed for another 2 months, leaving him and his family in an agonizing limbo. Finally, the day came. The judge had a sentence for him, but it was nothing like what was promised. The judge stated that due to a recent Supreme Court ruling, he had the authority to impose any sentence he saw fit. And he did. Instead of the 15 months in county lockup that Josh was promised, the shock, the betrayal, it's impossible to put into words. Josh has been in prison ever since. He's already been denied parole twice. If he hadn't been, I might not be telling you this story today, because he would be home with his family where he belongs. The system he trusted, the lawyer he paid to protect him, it all failed him in the most catastrophic way. We've tried to get answers. I've personally tried to contact the attorney who handled the subsequent hearing, leaving message after message, voicemail after voicemail. There has been no response. Complete silence. That's why I'm here today, reaching out to you. I'm asking for help. Please share this video. Get the word out. Maybe no one will see this, maybe no one will care, but his family cares. His friends care. And most of all, his kids care. They cry for their dad all the time. They need him home. I'm praying and holding on to hope that this story will reach the right person. Someone who can help, maybe with legal advice, or by connecting us with a lawyer who understands this kind of injustice and knows how to fight it. We need to bring Josh home. His children need their father. Thank you so much for listening. Your support, your share, your voice could be the one thing that makes a difference. Please don't let this family story be forgotten. Thank you.